I'm going to do a training on our content specifically, because I want you guys to kind of take a look on how simple that can be for your parties. So let's just look at the luck of the Irish script. For those of you that are new, every month, Solutions for Sellers, we create done for you content and personalizable and editable social media content so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You've got kind of a template, a format that you could use. That way you could just plug in your company information, do some customization, edit your captions, and you're just ready to schedule and go. So these are the graphics for our Luck of the Irish script. As you can see, it's super colorful. You're going to see that there's some areas in here that you need to edit. So the next part of this training is going to be editing Canva templates. I'm going to first start off this portion of this training showing you how to edit our social event script, which is our monthly party script theme. This month was Luck of the Irish. After I show you how to edit some of this script, I'm going to show you how to edit other Canva templates that are already included in Canva as well for different aspects of your business, and just how simple that can be. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the first graphic here. This is your welcome graphic. There's a editable one where you can add a photo. So I can do that. I can go into my uploads, right? And I can add a photo if I want to, or I can add a video to this. So if I have, for example, here's a party tip for you I might have already gone through. If you have oh, it was loud. If you have a party that you're running, you can probably, if you wanted to, create a welcome video. And I've talked about that a few times in the past, right? Create a welcome video. I'm just going to put that right there. And with your welcome video, this is the first post that's posted in your party event, okay? This is you welcoming your guests to the party. Instead of doing a generic welcome post, you can do a quick 2-minute welcome to the party. My name is Janet. This is what I do for a living. Hostess is excited to earn XYZ rewards. Let me know if you've ever attended a party like this before. If you need any assistance, comment below. I'm so excited. Here's a quick rundown of what this party is going to be over the next X amount of days. Those are very valuable pieces of information. It's a different mix into your party, especially if you're adding video with a collection of different visuals. Adding video is a great way to hype up your party, okay? It's a great way to hype up the engagement and also build stronger connections, because people are getting to know you in kind of a faster way versus just post. Remember, you're wanting to capture attention and hold attention, and you want that attention to convert. So how do you do that? You want to incorporate that healthy mix of content. So this is the intro video. So again, like, let's just say I don't like this background color. I can change it, right? I can change the color of this font if I wanted to. Let's just say I want to change it to red. Very simple graphic, right? And if I press play here, it'll start to play my intro video. So I'll play a little bit of this.
Excited about this particular post here. So we're going to teach you how to take this post and add a video element to it. Of course, you can add a picture if you want to, but highly recommend pre-recording this video and putting it.
Anyway, see how cool it looks in the Canva template though? It makes this stand out and it makes it look more professional. This is great for your branding, guys. It really helps you just kind of stand out from the crowd. Now, if you don't want to do all that, you've got a generic graphic that comes with it, right? So you can edit that if you want to. You can add some images to it. But really, this is just kind of, this second graphic is really meant for the done for you aspect. So let's look at this one. Here's the social event 5-day rundown. Now, obviously, this is made for a 5-day party script, but you can condense it down. You can make it longer if you want to. And this breaks up your 5 days. Day 1 is let's get to know each other. So you're going to have some relationship building posts. Let's get to know you. Let's get to know me. Here's some information about the hostess. Let's play a this or that game. You've got some games of getting to know each other, right? Which is, I think, is a really big deal when it comes to social media, is it's so fast, right? It's so hard to kind of get to know the guests that are in your party or in your VIP group because you're not asking questions, right? You're not really focused on relationship. A lot of us are focused on sales or trying to figure out who's going to join our team. But in order for those two things to happen, you got to focus on that relationship aspect first, right? So that's a less to get to know each other is day one. Number two is event giveaway details, our specials, plus learn about a little bit about what I do. So there's a game aspect for that, curiosity posting about your business. Day three is tips, hacks, and more, right? Day four is product introduction and live demo / game event. And then day five is your closing day. You're announcing your giveaway winner for the party. So you can change that up however you want to. Again, you could just highlight the text and you can change it to whatever party structure you see fit. This is the hostess game that I was talking about. You send a copy to your hostess first. This will reflect in your coaching guide as well. So if you've ever purchased a script from us, you guys probably have the coaching guide that goes along with it. The hostess circles which one is more her, right? But you can also customize this part. So if you want to, change out beer and wine, maybe she's not a drinker, you can change it to apple cider or orange juice. So that's just kind of an example. And this is why it's great to customize your graphics, because you can make it as personal to her as possible. So basically a hostess gets a copy of this graphic. She fills it out, and then her party guests are going to guess which ones she filled out. And then later on, the hostess posts, or you can post what the actual answers are. And then you can kind of decide who won off of that post, who guessed the most correct. Here's about me, right? You have one you can customize, and then you have one that's just all about me. And you can make this into a multi-photo post very easily. All about me with the themed graphic, and then a picture of you and the people that you care about the most, and share some fun facts about you, how you got into the business once again, and what you love about it. Okay. This is, have you tried the products? So you've got 4 options here that people can start commenting with emojis. You've got a fun little bingo card game. You've got, here's a graphic that you need to edit, right? Do you love a good deal? This is the part where you want to go into your library, into your uploads, and you can add your products. Let's just say this purse is the one that's a good deal. So I can add that easily into my Canva template. I can add some text to highlight how awesome this product is, and just a little bit of information on like, why is this such a good deal, right? So if you do love a good deal, basically that's like your specials, like your monthly specials or weekly specials, anything special that's going on in your company. I know like some companies are like buy 3, get 1 50% off or something. That's what you do with this graphic. Buy 1, get 1 half off, right? And then you just make that a little bigger. You can put it right there. And now that graphic is completely updated, right? And I did that in like 2 seconds, right? Here's the next one. This is a day in the life. This is more talking about your business. This is the game of still getting to know each other. This is day 1 of your party script. Can you post the most correct comment? So basically what this is you upload a picture of yourself right here in this frame. And the post itself is basically getting your guests to ask questions about what they think a day in the life as a consultant looks like. For example, somebody can comment and say, you probably spend some time on the computer working your business, and you can reply with correct, right? Because that's a fact. The whole idea from this post is to get people participating and asking questions about what you do for a living. Of course, instructions for all of this come with the Word doc, but let's just say you are editing some of these, right? And you're happy with all of the edits. Again, you download, and you just download into a PNG on the ones that are PNG, and it saves onto your computer. So we're going to edit some of these, right? Let's do, did you know? If you do a post, and for those of you that are writing scripts or writing your own scripts, maybe this will give you some ideas for your party. You definitely want to incorporate some value. I know we talked about that already. So here's where you do I'm going to teach you something about the niche that I'm in. Did you know that there are 54 million pieces of bacteria on makeup brushes. Did you know that 64% of Americans have never washed their makeup brush, right? So there's a fun fact. There's actually a really disgusting statistic when it comes to that particular one, and I don't remember the exact number. For those makeup gurus, let me know if you know, comment below. But there's really gross one. Like there's like a crazy amount of number of people that don't wash their makeup brushes. I haven't washed mine in a while, so I'm one of them. But I guess there's like tons of bacteria, right? Not everybody knows that. So use this type of graphic, or in your parties, you should have a did you know post showing people, just teaching them something like that, because not everybody knows that fun fact. So again, this is giving you that authority space, right? You are teaching them what you want them to learn. And when you are gaining their trust and you're giving them that teaching moment, you are giving them that value. And when people feel like they're getting value, they're more susceptible to want to buy from you, because you're teaching them something. You're giving them something of value. You're making their life just a little bit better. You're making it either a little bit more efficient, or you're teaching them something that's going to help them in their life without actually selling them anything. That's why value posts are so great. So there's your did you know post, right? Product hack. Does anybody here have a product hack that has to do with their company? Is there something cool that you can do with your product? Is there, an awesome way to clean it, or an awesome way to use it more efficiently? Almost every company of every business that I know has some sort of really cool hack that is cool, right? For example, like Color Street consultants. I know I'm not supposed to say this example because I know a Color Street consultant told me, like, we're not supposed to say that. But it's really cool. When you buy your Color Street nails, who's ever done this before? Where you buy your Color Street nails, right? And you cut it, right? And you take your nails out, you use it, but then, like, how do you close up the packaging without the nails drying up? Well, you use a little lighter and you close it up with the lighter, right? This is my visual. Did you like my visual there? But you take the lighter and it seals it for you so that you can reuse it. Like, that's a cool product hack that you can share in your parties if you're allowed to share that. I've heard you're not allowed to share that specific one, but basically you're helping your people out, right? So that's a really cool product hack. I think there was one for 31 too. Like, you can throw a certain bag like the washing machine. So that could be a really cool product hack as well. Like, teach people how to use your products. A product hack could be as simple as, how do you properly care for your product, right? How do you properly clean your product? How do you properly store your product? What are the 3 steps to putting your products together, right? I'm getting a whole bunch of messages now. Sorry, guys. My phone is blowing up. Hopefully you guys don't hear that. So that is what you can do as far as like the product hack section. Teach people something neat, something unique about your products. And if you don't know how to do this part, guys, check Pinterest. Seriously, Pinterest is like my favorite spot when it comes to learning like really cool hacks and easy way to do things. Has anybody ever used Pinterest for business before? Because it's like, that is my jam. Okay, so the next part is your itinerary. Here is where you're going to be basically laying out how your party is going to work, what each post is. Post 1 could be your specials. Post 2 could be product hack. Post 3 could be your did your knows. Post 4 could be your sales, right? Your seasonal items. So this is where you can fully customize what your product posts are actually going to be. And then you have the who's ready for the party tonight graphic. You got 1 more hour here. I can change the color of this font. Let's just say I'm going to change it to black because black is a little easier to see, right? There we go. I just changed it to black. And then here, you really want to add a photo of yourself, right? Here's a photo of me and people on my team, okay? So this is literally me and my network marketing team right here. So I just put us all together in there. Now, 1 more hour. Let's just say I didn't want to customize that graphic. Well, now I've got a pre-made one in here I could use instead. So you've got all of these different Canva templates, guys, that you can go through and you can just make your edits on. Limited time offers, this or that. You can compare 2 products together on these, and you can add a couple products in there if you want to. So if anybody's asking questions about the frames, so that's what this is. Adding frames, let's just delete that for a second. I'm going to delete all of this for a second. Sometimes it's hard for people to figure out, and I know I had a hard time with this at some point too, is placement of your products on a graphic so where it looks elegant. So if you go into elements and you click on frame, there are different frames available. I think for the free account, it's just the circle and the square, which is fine because those are the two that I use the most often anyway. You can click on a circle, make it a little bigger so it fills up the whole graphic, and then you can upload your image to it. So if I upload my product, automatically it just looks more professional, okay? Or if I upload a picture of me and my kids, okay, cut off my daughter's hair or my head, but you see how pretty that looks inside of the graphic? That's one way that you can use frames. Frames just helps you make your images stand out a little bit more. So let's just do my husband because he's doing some curiosity marketing here, right? There's my husband. He's for sale. JK. He's not for sale. There's my husband with like a product that we sell, right? So you can really get creative with these, but frames are really fun to use because they just make your products look a little bit more professional because it just looks like the image belongs there. So I'll give you another example. So now like these edges, you see how this is like, this rectangle has those rigid like corners. If I put it in here, look at how much better that looks, right? Because it cuts out those rigid corners and it makes it just look more professional. So that's why I like using frames. It just makes my images look a little prettier. Okay. But guys, there's so many different things that you can edit on here. I'm not going to go through the entire script here, but just to kind of give you a heads up is when you're done editing your party script graphics, you can save them, right? So right here where it says file, you can scroll down to where it says save to folder. And let's just say like your party script is fully edited. You added your product images, you added your descriptions on the graphic, you added your intro video, whatever. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go ahead and create new. And I'm going to put party script for March. I'm just going to put March. Add to new folder. Now it's saved in my folder. So when I am ready to go ahead and let's just say I booked a party or a couple parties, I can pop them into SendShare, or I can go ahead and upload it into my party group and go ahead and get those graphics scheduled out now that they're saved in my folder. And then next year on next March, I can use the exact same script if I want to. So that right there is basically how to edit most of these graphics. And it doesn't take very long. It's just about taking the time to play around with where everything is, right? Your elements are here, your uploads are there. Whatever videos that you need for your script, you can go ahead and look at your script ahead of time and see where you're going to add videos, which of course the script gives you those instructions and those recommendations on where you can add videos, what suggestions to use as far as like per post, how to customize it in a beautiful way. Okay, so enough about the party script for just a second. Let's talk a little bit about Canva templates that come already with Canva, right? So if I were to go here in this middle tab where it says templates, there are so many templates to choose from. What I like to use most often is Instagram stories, Instagram posts, unless I'm doing Facebook covers because I'm creating a new group. And when I'm creating this new group, maybe, it's a boot camp or maybe it's a new party, right? Maybe I have a new hostess. Then that's where I would go into Facebook covers to go ahead and customize that. So let's go into Instagram posts really quickly. Okay. I want you guys to take a look at some of these templates that it already comes with. So this gives you so many gorgeous templates to choose from. Okay. Like so many. So I don't ever have to reinvent the wheel. Let's just say I want to make a really pretty Instagram post. So I'm going to choose this one. We're going to select customize this template. Okay. And this is stuff that's directly on Canva. Okay. I'm going to make this a little bigger so you guys can see it, but this is what it looks like. Okay. I'm going to change the color of the background because it's not my branding color. So I'm going to click on the background and I'm going to click this little box where it says background color. And then I'm going to put pink. Automatically, it's more me, right? So I'm going to change the picture of this guy. As you can see, there's a frame in here. So I can add a photo of myself if I wanted to. So I'm going to scroll down here. Okay, and let me go down here for just a second. And I am going to find a picture of me. I know there's one in here. Let's just do the one with me. Ugh, I don't like the way that looks. Let's find a different one. How about, no. What about this one? No, this is like a zoomed in frame. I don't like this frame very much. What about this one? No, we're not going to do that one either. What about this one? All right, we're going to eliminate this frame. I'm not a fan of this frame because my pictures, they're not going to turn out really great because it looks like that's like a zoomed in frame. So I'm going to go back into elements, and instead I want to keep it simple, and I'm going to do a circle frame because circle frames are easy, and I like easy. So I'm going to put a circle frame in here, and now I'm going to go back into this photo, and boom, there's a picture of me right there. Like, there we go. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, just like that. And I'm going to change some of this verbiage. Okay, so let's talk about, maybe on my Instagram, I want to give a tip. So we're going to do tip, and I'm going to put Tuesday. I'm going to change the color so that people can see this better. Here we go. Tip Tuesday. Check that out. Doesn't that look professional? Come on. Tip Tuesday. And I'm going to put my name here with Janet Parks. You can't tell me that does not look professional. That took a few minutes, guys. Now you've got this really cool Tip Tuesday post. Now, let's talk about how you could use this. This was a Canva template that was already in Canva. I can use this template right here. I can save it right here where it says download as a PNG. I can upload it to my Instagram and at the same time upload it to my Facebook. And that's my tip Tuesday for the month. I can create an awesome, easy caption giving people a helpful tip. Maybe it's an empowerment post. Maybe it's a tip on how to be more positive, right? You want to put those positive vibes out there if you're doing anything like this. You can teach people how to use your products. You can teach people something related to your niche, right? So this is Tip Tuesday. And look at how quickly that took off of a simple Canva template. So I'm going to save this one because I think I'm actually going to use this at some point. So I'm just going to save it. There's one. So now I just saved it. So now I'm going to go back. And now let's take a look at different other Canva templates, okay? Make sure to ask your questions below, by the way. If you guys have any questions at all, ask. And I will look on my screen here in just a second. So let's go back into Instagram posts. Let's talk about a different one. How about this one? This is a really pretty one, right? Talk about enhancing your presence, guys, okay? Talk about enhancing your presence. Let's talk about your VIP group for a minute. What about creating a really nice engagement post with a pretty graphic like this? What kind of engagement post can you make, right? You want to have an open-ended question. You don't want to have like yes or no, right? You don't want to have posts that just require one answer, like a yes or no. Try to create an engagement post that is open-ended, that makes people talk. Like, what do you do for a living? When you were a child, what did you think you would be when you grew up? What's another good engagement question? What kind of car was your first car, right? Or what age were you when you started driving for the first time? Like, these are very simple engagement posts. How about like, what is your go-to drink? Okay, and I don't really like this font. I find it hard to read. So I'm going to change it to Montserrat Classic. If you guys want to know a really good font, Montserrat and Montserrat Classic are really, really good ones. Another good one is Poppins Medium. That's another good font. Glacial Indifference is another good font. Those are just very easy on the eyes. It's very easy to read that font, and it's not like weird. So what is your go-to drink? There's a drink right there, so that makes more sense, right? And here, I'm going to change this do of more of what you love. I'm going to change it to comment below. Okay? And boom. I have just edited this already I just edited a graphic, right? There's an engagement post. You guys want this one? I'm going to download it and then maybe I'll post it if you guys want a free one. There it is. What's your go-to drink, right? It's about getting creative. You can make this bigger if you want to. You can change the color of your background. If you don't like this stock photo, let's use that stock photo option. Let's go into photos really quickly. And I'm going to use this one. We're going to right click, replace background. Okay, so now I've changed the background image and now it's this. So I'm going to move this text here so that people can see. And I'm going to put the comment below over here. I'm going to put this little line thingy, which by the way is an element right there. Look, I just completely changed the graphic. Now I'm going to download it. This is coming from a non-techie person. Look at that, 2 graphics, shaboom. See that? All right, let me go back into our chat really quickly. Okay, let me see. I always wondered how to do that. Anyone from Zion here? When editing these in SendShare, then in Canva, will the Never graphics saved in the saved folder? Yeah, so when you're editing graphics in SendShare, would you guys like me to pop that into the tutorial as well using SendShare with Canva so you guys can see what that looks like? Because I totally can. When you customize your graphic within SendShare, then it'll add that updated graphic to that SendShare post. You just have to delete the one that was unedited. So I can totally do that for you guys, okay? All right. If you save it to Facebook, does it automatically post or where does it go? So if you save it to Facebook, it automatically posts to your Facebook if your Canva is connected to your Facebook. I hope that helps. If you double click on your image on the frame, you can move the pic around. Yes, you can. Yes. Can you show us how to put links in the bio template instead of using Linktree? Yeah. So do you mean like, Mary, do you mean like adding a link into your Canva? Because I could totally show you how to do that if that's what you mean. Let's look at that really quickly, guys. Okay. Let's just say you want people, you know how you can click on like certain things like a PDF, and it'll have an option for you to click the link and it takes you somewhere. So you can totally do that. And I'll show you really quickly how. So if I click right here on the text and I want this text to be a clickable link, all I have to do is click these 3 dots here. And you see this little link right here where it says link. It's kind of small on your end, but it says link. You have this little menu that pops up, but it's right here. And it shows like, it kind of looks like a chain link. When you click on that, this is where you paste your URL that you want attached. So if I were to do like the Academy website and I were to paste that in here, when people click on this, it'll direct them to the website. Okay. And that's what I do on my Sunday morning brunches, by the way. Let me open that up really quickly. For those of you guys that are interested at all in making a newsletter, I will show you what that looks like. So let me go into, I didn't do the one this morning that was supposed to be emailed to you guys. I'm just being honest with you. It's been a very busy weekend, but I didn't get that one ready to go. So here's our Sunday morning brunch. So if you're not on our email list, then you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But every Sunday, I send you out this really pretty newsletter with some value content. And in here are clickable links. So on this one, for example, how to modernize your Facebook parties, this takes you to our blog, and then it allows you to click on the freebie. So if I were, this is not going to work right here because this is the edited version of Canva, but I will show you right here how there's a link right here that I've pasted. So let me go into my email really quickly so you can kind of see this in action. You're going to see a bunch of stuff on my email, guys. So let me just search Sunday morning brunch really fast so you can see what a clickable link looks like. Okay, so here's a Sunday morning brunch. I'm going to click on this one, and you're going to see that the links in here are clickable. So, oh, this is nice and big. See how big this is? So right here are our monthly scripts, right? So right here it says March content release, VIP content, party scripts, graphic packs, and more. If I click on more info, look where it takes me. it takes me directly to our website, to the product. Do you know how cool that would be if you guys could create a newsletter for your email list, which is why it's very important. I know everybody doesn't do email marketing, but you should really look into it. Email marketing is so good. But you can click on it. It takes you directly to the products on your website. So if there's any kind of value content that's in your Sunday morning brunch and you're educating on something, right? Looking for 30-second tips to help you improve your results online. This is advertising for my Solutions for Sellers Instagram. Look, it takes me directly to my Instagram. Okay. You got to bring people into your ecosystem. Okay. So I hope that helps a little bit. At least a little bit. Okay. All right. Girl, yes, you could put live Canva links into certain Canva designs for sure. All right, so let me go here. All right, so now I've kind of showed you a little bit about what that newsletter looks like. I showed you guys a little bit of Canva templates. Let's take a look at some other Canva templates, okay? And make sure to pop some questions below if you have any. Oh, let me go back to the live really quickly because someone wanted me to pull up SendShare, right? Who would like to see how to edit graphics from SendShare? Let me know in the comments below. And I will pull up my SendShare. Okay, this is like the #1 question because people are always intrigued. Every time I do this tutorial, it's like, what? This is what SendShare makes that is just so freaking cool. Everybody in the world is texting me today. So I'm moving my phone out of the way. Everyone in the world is talking to me. It's always when I'm like really busy that everybody's like, by the way, I haven't talked to you in 4 weeks, but here I am. Okay, totally kidding. Okay, so we're going to the SendShare. Let's go into one of my saved party scripts. This is kind of an older one. This is yeah, that's an older one. Let's go into a party script that's in here. We're going to we're going to do mystery hostess. Yeah, we're going to do mystery hostess. What I'm going to do is, first things first, is I'm going to make a copy of this. So I'm going to drag this and copy it into personal party scripts because that's the master script. Now that I've made a copy, I should be able to go in here and open this. Okay, so now I have the editable version. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to edit a graphic directly from SendShare. I'm going to go from SendShare and it's going to take me into Canva and it's going to help me. I'm going to be able to edit my graphic and then immediately update the updated post into my SendShare. So the only way that this works, okay, is you have to have the Canva template for all of your Canva graphics. For example, I showed you guys this in SendShare, right? Let me go into my Canva. Let's go into my Canva really quickly, and we're going to go to create a design really fast so I can show you. Whenever you get a script from us specifically, right? You get a Canva template link. The Canva template link are going to be the graphics that come with your script, okay? So here they are. You see these? These are all the graphics that come with it. The first thing that I recommend doing if you're using our scripts or any script that you want to use with SendShare is making sure you have the Canva template and making sure you save it into a folder into Canva first. Because if you don't do that step, then it's really, really hard to edit your graphic through SendShare. Okay? Now that it's saved into your Canva, now what I can do is I can click the little pencil button where it says Edit Post, and I can edit my graphic because I have the Canva template for it. So I'm in SendShare right now. I haven't edited any of my captions, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here where it says Design with Canva. I'm going to click on Instagram Post. The reason why I'm doing that is because all the graphics we create have been formulated for Instagram so that you can really use it on any platform. All right, so here is the post, right? It's blank, you'll notice, because you need to grab that graphic. So we're going to go into that save folder that I mentioned, right? You save your folder into Canva. And now I'm going to click on that graphic that I want to edit, which is this one, okay? So here it is. So now it's right here. And as you can see, like here in the corner, it says SendShare and it says Canva. I literally accessed Canva through SendShare. I think that's just the coolest thing in the world, by the way. Okay, I'm going to edit. Let's just say I want to edit the color of this, right? I'm going to change this to white. I'm going to make this a little bit of a bigger font, right? There we go. Now I've done my edits, right? So now what I want to do is publish it. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to click on publish. This is going to load. And once this is done loading, look what happens. It automatically updated the graphic in SendShare. So here's what happens, okay? Now that it's automatically updated, the next part is you want to edit your captions. Now, once you edit your captions, you'll see in the brackets, at least in our scripts, all of our captions have little brackets. So you can go through and you can edit your captions, okay? Once you're done with that, you can either schedule from this screen right here to directly post in your party, or you can select this right here where it says save. You see that little arrow here? Save. Then you go to manage posts. And look what happens. Once I go back, you see how the font changed to white? It saved my edit. So now I'm done with that post, and now I can move on to the second graphic. And if I want to edit that one, I want to change the font, or I want to add to it, then I can do that. Let me go back into the StreamYard thing, see if there's any questions. Yay, you're so excited to try this. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's make it a little more difficult because I see that we have some SendShare users watching tonight. So let's make this a little more difficult. These, as you can see, guys, like not every graphic needs to be edited. All the captions do, though, because there's going to be some areas where you see how it says host right here. You got to put your hostess name. There's some areas where there's brackets where you need to input some information. But the graphics, like most of them are edited. But let's look at specials, right? Here's one where you need to add your products. So let's do that. So we're going to hit the pencil, okay? So now we've hit the pencil. So what we're going to do is, again, design with Canva. We're going to select Instagram post. So now it's going to take us into Canva, and I'm going to show you how to add your products into this graphic. So we're talking about specials, right? So as you can see, it comes up with the blank graphic again. We're going to scroll down into your folder where you saved the graphics for the script. And we're going to find the one that we want to edit. So specials, there it is. Once I click it, it pops up on my screen. So now I'm going to take this little bar and go back up to the menu where it says uploads. So we're talking about my monthly special. So I'm going to find my product and I'm going to highlight my monthly special. So I want to put, again, we're going to pretend that the Starbucks coffee is my product because I, for some reason, don't have any products on my Canva. Probably because I use Canva every day and it's like down there now. So we're going to make this a little bigger. There it is. Just popped it in there. And now I'm going to add some text, right? So I'm going to add text, add a heading, just like that. The special for the month is buy one, get one free. Okay, this is a very rough text because I'm not highlighting any specific company, so it's very rough. So make sure you put your specifics in there, right? Like if the special of the month is spend $50 and get something half off, that's what you write there. If the special of the month is buy 3, get 1 free, that's what you write there. Okay, so I want to change the color, right? So now I'm going to highlight that, and you are the best. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to put, here's what's really cool. Okay, here's what's hopefully you saw this. I clicked on the little A here where it says text color, and I highlighted my text, and this is what comes up. What's cool about Canva is that you don't have to think about really much about the colors. Why? Because Canva automatically pulls the colors from your specific image that you posted, and it gives you a palette to choose so that everything is cohesive and it matches very well. So as you can see, you see all these greens and browns. All these colors are in this graphic. So it doesn't matter which color I choose, it's going to match because it pulled the color scheme from the graphic and it made a palette out of it automatically. I hope you guys saw that. But isn't that cool? I'm going to do it again. You see? So now I'm happy with my graphics. So now I'm going to hit publish. And here's what happens, guys. Now that I hit publish, give it a second. Boom. You see how it just processed? Now it's saved. So there's my graphic. Now I'm going to hit the arrow. Well, first I want to edit my captions, right? So look at my caption and make sure that I edit what I need to edit. Add some emojis. You want to add emojis to your caption so that they capture attention. Edit the time, okay? And then in most of the product posts that you need to edit, there's gonna be an area with a bracket that says add short description on any specials going on or any sale happening. And there it is. Once you're done editing your captions, then I can go here and save it. And here it is, guys. Look at that. Can you see that? It's updated right there in SendShare. What do you guys think? If Instagram post is selected, will that be sized for Facebook? Yes. So Facebook and Instagram sizing is about the same. So I don't know if you guys know, but Facebook owns Instagram as well. So whatever you post from Instagram to Facebook, it's going to be cohesive. So we do Instagram for the posting so that you could use both graphic types either on Facebook or on Instagram. That way you're not having to change the whole format around. If we did Facebook, then it would be kind of funky because for those of you that like to use Instagram as well and you want to use some of those posts onto Instagram and do your parties on Instagram, it would be hard to do that if we just made it into Facebook. So that's why we do it in Instagram, because you could do it on Instagram and that reflects on Facebook. You can easily use it on Facebook. So that was a great question. All right, should I do one more? Let's do tried and true. Here's the pencil. Tried and true is your top sellers, right? So we're going to do design with Canva, Instagram post. This is going to open up. Shaboom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my saved folder on Canva for this specific script. This is End of the Rainbow. So I'm going to do this one. And now I'm going to change this into top sellers. I like that word better than tried and true. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my uploads and now I'm going to add my product. So, helpful tip is when you're going through and editing your graphics or creating your graphics on Canva, add the product images that you're going to need into your uploads ahead of time. That way you're not having to search through a bunch of stuff. It's already there. You just plug in. So this is my top seller. So I'm going to add that in there. And so I'm going to add some text. I'm going to talk about a benefit. Anytime you talk about top sellers, you want to make sure that you talk about the benefit, right? This gorgeous purse helps with X, Y, and Z, right? Let's just say that's a benefit. Or the straps are customizable, or the purse is, compact, or it's collapsible, or whatever benefits that this purse gives you. I'm going to put it right there. Now it's done. Well, let's just say I want to change the color. Guess what? I highlighted the text. I pressed this little text color button, and it gives me, again, all of the colors that are pulled from this image. So it doesn't matter which one I click on, it's going to match. Now I'm going to publish it. Boom, published. After I edit my captions, which is up here, share the top 3 benefits to your top sellers. Now I'm going to save my post and shaboom. Now it is saved. And it did not take very long. Cool, huh? All right. Okay, guys, make sure to ask any questions that you like below. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you have questions about. So I think I've showed you guys how to use Canva templates for the most part, kind of just done like an overview of what that really looks like. I've showed, let's talk about a little bit about Instagram. Comment below if you are an Instagram user. Okay. Let me know if you're an Instagram user. So we're going to pick a graphic here. So let's go and find Instagram post. So Instagram post, again, it's going to give me a blank, and I get the opportunity to go through the different templates. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to find a simple template. So I'm going to use this one. Okay. Who here would love to learn how to make a carousel? Do you know what a carousel is on Instagram? It's those posts that have multiple posts in one. It's like multi-photo, and each one like gives you like some value content, right? So usually when you're swiping through those posts, it's like swipe to learn more, swipe to learn more, right? So if you guys look on my Instagram, you guys will see like there's a few of them that I have that are carousel posts. So the reason it's why carousel, it's called carousel, it's because it has you swipe to multiple photos. It's just a creative marketing tool. So it's called carousel. So if you want to create something like that, I highly suggest using any of the Instagram templates that they have. And what you want to do is, let's just say this is one. What you want to do is decide how long you want your carousel to be. So for me, I like to do 3 tips because it's easier. I like to have my cover one that has like the title of what my carousel is going to be. And then I have my 3 tips, which is 3 additional graphics. And then I have my outro graphic, right? Which is like, in order to learn more, follow or share to learn more. It's going to have my call to action in that one. So I'm going to make, let's see, the intro, you got the 3 tips. So a total of math for 5 graphics. So instead of, I only have 1 here, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on this where it says duplicate page. I'm going to click on it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have 5 total graphics in order to make my carousel. So look at how easy or simple this is. Okay. When you're making carousels, the whole point is to give value. This is the education. You're going to, anybody that you follow on Instagram that has like a following of any sort, is probably doing carousels. Any influencer that you know of probably does carousels where they teach you. They just give you those value tips or those hacks or that helpful step-by-step information. That's what carousels are for. It's multi-photo. It's a different medium, different visuals. It offers a different perspective. So I'm going to do 3 tips for creating social media content that stands out online. That's a very big title, but that's going to be the title that I use. I'm going to change this color into something that fits my branding. So I'm going to do maybe, actually, I think I'm going to do it white. And I'm going to make this picture just a little bit smaller. I'm going to delete that text down there. I'm going to make it this maybe a little bigger, just like that. Actually, I'll put it right over here because in this corner, I'm going to put, swipe to learn more. I'm going to show you how to do that. Maybe I should do it gray, actually, because white is just a little, I don't know, too bright. So let's do gray. There you go. A little easier to read. Not a fan of the font, so I'm going to do one of my favorites. See how much easier that is to read. Montserrat. That's the name of that one. I'm going to change this image here, and I'm going to put a picture of me because I'm the one giving the value content. So let me find a photo of myself here. Let's do. I'm going to do this one. Okay, there we go. There's a picture of me right there. In fact, I am going to remove the background. So I'm going to click on my image. I'm going to edit image, background remover. And there we go. I removed the background. So there it is. So there I am in the corner of the graphic. Now I can move this over a little bit more. And 3 tips for creating social media content that stands out online. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into elements And you know how they have that little section where it's like of these carousels where it's like swipe to learn more? I'm going to type in swipe. Look at that. You've got visuals already in here. And you don't have to make them. So I'm going to do this one. That's the one that I like to use. Just like that. I'm going to change the color to blue. And then I'm going to add some text, just like this. Swipe. I'm going to put swipe to learn more. Okay. Now this isn't perfect. You guys see how like unperfect this is? This is totally like, it does not need to be perfect. It needs to be valuable. That's what it needs to be. So swipe to learn more. Look how basic that is. Make this a little smaller. I'm going to put this right here so it's right next to it. And shaboom. Swipe to learn more. All right, so now that I've got that first graphic in there, maybe I want to add some elements to this to make this a little prettier. What do you guys think about that? Should we add some elements? Maybe we should make this white. Ah, look at that. Instantly makes it a little prettier, right? So now I want to put maybe some shapes behind this graphic, okay? This is a little more advanced learning here. But we're going to put some shapes behind this to make this a little bit prettier. So we're going to go into elements, and I'm going to go into some of these. I'm going to pick out this triangle. Let's see how creative we can get with this triangle. We're going to move this like this, just like that, and see how smooth this looks. Okay, you guys are probably like, what are you doing? Well, let's take a look. We're going to do blue, and we're going to send this to the back. Let's see, send to back. Not my favorite, so let's make this a little bigger here. I think it's a little too blue, so we're going to lighten that up a little bit. Check it out, guys. Just screwing around, right? Like, just instantly just made this a little bit prettier. I can make this font a little bigger so that it just takes up more of the graphic space, just like that. And boom, there's my first one. And here's what's really cool, right? Oh gosh, like maybe I want all of this to match. Maybe now that I've created this design, I want this to all match. So guess what? I can actually delete all these now that I'm not using the original concept. And I'm going to add another one, duplicate it. So this is where I write the first tip. Tip 1, create custom visuals. Create custom visuals. So there's my first tip. What about tip 2? Tip 2, add valuable content, right? Or maybe teach someone how to do something. There's my second tip. Let's talk about the third one. Tip 3. What are we teaching people how to do again? 3 tips for creating social media content that stands out online. Tip 3. How about add a video element to your posts. Boom. I can literally keep all of this the same, and now I've just created a carousel post. And now I can add one more, and this could be the call to action one. So this is where I could say, follow and share to learn more about social media content. Okay. Now this is just for my specific niche, right? Let's talk about your direct sales company. Like here's your carousel post. I've just created 4 of them right there. Let's talk about your direct sales company. What can you say? What kind of carousel post can you do? 3 ways to organize your closet, right? That's a good one for 31 consultants. What about health and wellness? 3 ways to create smoother skin, or let's talk about beauty consultants for a second, right? 3 ways to remove makeup without drying your face, right? 3 ways to clean your products with non-toxic chemicals. What about Norwex consultants, right? 3 ways that you can clean your house without getting on your hands and knees and scrubbing, right? Of course, you got to think of your specific company, but think about these kind of value tips that you can give to people. What kind of value can you give to your audience, to your party guests, to the people that are in your VIP group? Posting carousel posts like this, where it's like 3 simple tips to using your products, 3 simple tips to eliminating toxins in your home, 3 simple tips to cleaning your jewelry, right? 3, you can even say, instead of tips, you can say 3 hacks, right? 3 ways to organize your space for efficiency, right? But we're really, here's the point when you come up with this kind of content, right? With this kind of value content, you have to know what is going to help your audience, because this is what's going to help you create your content. When you know what problems they have, you can then turn around and give them the solutions to their problems. So for 31 consultants, for example, I know I use 31 a lot because it's the one at the top of my head, because I talk to 31 consultants on a day-to-day basis. So like for 31 consultants, for example, if you are one that has, some of your target audience has to do with like teachers' organizational items, right? Maybe you have a lot of teachers in your group. So you want to give them some value content. You can say 3 ways to organize your teaching supplies, right? And you can give 3 helpful ways for teachers to organize their teaching supplies. Tip 1, get a bag that has multiple pockets so that you can insert your phone and your keys and whatever, right? Whatever teachers typically hold on to pretty regularly. Tip 2, whatever tips you can think of, right? Obviously, this is your niche and this is your target audience. But again, if you don't have this at the top of your head, this is easy information for you to Google online, look on Pinterest, look on Google, come up with those ideas. What are problems that teachers have when it comes to organization? And I bet you'll have like 15 articles that pop up saying 10 ways to help teachers organize their life a little bit easier, right? And then you can pull some of those ideas that way and share it into your group and share it onto your Instagram. This is how you can do some of that cross-platform sharing and repurpose some of that content. Okay, so that's basically how to do a carousel post, guys. As long as you've got some value content that you're ready to share, and you have multiple tips or multiple hacks that you can share, or just helpful ways to help your audience live a little bit more efficiently or help complete a task a little bit more easily, share those tips, share those ideas, because it's so helpful. Okay, so anyways, I've created this. If you guys want the Canva template link for that, I will post it. Let me know. And I will give it to you. You guys can customize it from there and play around with it. Let me go back into the chat here and see if there's any questions here. Okay, is Carol posts only on Instagram? So yes, it's more specific to Instagram. Was that helpful, guys, a little bit? But yes, it is more specific to Instagram. You can also do the same thing on your business page, though. Here's what's really cool. When you have an Instagram that you're sharing these helpful ideas and value content, you can take those same posts and put it on your business page, and you can attack 2 birds with 1 stone. You can take those same posts and post it in your VIP group. And again, you're sharing value in 3 different places of your social media. Okay. How did you change the background color? Okay, let me go back into, I've got a lot of Canva templates open here. So let me find which one it is. I think it was this one. Was it? Okay, give me a second. Stand fast. Got to find the template that I was in. I think that's Sunday morning brunch. Yes, it is. Let me go into this one here. Okay, it's not that one. That's my email. All right, guys. Let me find it, because I apparently opened Canva multiple times over. All right. Let me see if it's this one. Okay, it's not that one. Is it this one? Did I close out of it? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, I found it. So yeah, the way to change the background color is you just click on the whole graphic. So if you were to go and like hover your mouse over it, the whole box, the whole Canva graphic will highlight in blue. And then you click on it. And then you have this little color right here where it says background color, and you can change the background color. So I did mine to white because white is just pretty, and then you can add colors to it and it just makes it stand out. Does that make sense? In order to change the color of this element, this upside down triangle that I added, then I just click on the element itself, click right here where it says color, and I can change it. So here, I just changed it to pink, right? Because those are my branding colors.